Alright, welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. On the last episode we went through Eudora, and now we made it to the Blarg Station. There's 3 paths to go here, as you can see. I like to start with this path. And we got one of these puzzles. Now this one looks very intimidating, but it's not intimidating at all. Just have all of them pointing up. And this is the first time you actually get to play as Clank. Now there's 2 instances of this, and back in that earlier episode, this is what I was referring to. Well, not this one, but the second time you had to play as Clank. If this is your first time playing it, then it's not really bad at all. But I've done this about 100 times, so even with this section as well, I usually don't even worry about breaking boxes because
jump, then press and hold the X button again.
Alright, so you can actually come here as Ratchet, but that's much later in the game. Ratchet can't breathe in space, so that's why Clank gets sent out here. And a long and winding path. You do not want to fall down here because you'll go to the very beginning. It is a very short level, but this first Ratchet game, the checkpoints are like invisible and they're actually few and far between, so you don't really want to die in this first game, otherwise you're going to have to replay most of what you already played through. And just like that, we're pretty much already at the end of this. The second one is much longer, it takes like around 10 minutes.
You have just activated a Gadget.
Now apparently this is like Pikmin, or so I've been told from other people. Anyone who's ever played Pikmin, I'm curious to see what you guys think about that series. At some point I think I would be interested in playing it and checking it out. I like to have these guys wait because if these guys oh shit if these guys get hit by that, then you gotta go all the way back to get them and respawn. Those are the enemies the only enemies you're actually gonna be fighting, so let's see. What is this? And just like that, I'm already done with this section. Now, this is just a puzzle, a gadget for puzzle. It fills up and drains water, which you use a few times. That rocket reminds me of something from like Going Commando. Alright, that's one of the other reasons why I really don't use weapons in this game is they've learned when they were making these games, and you can actually upgrade your weapons later on, so it makes more sense to do so.
Back. So you are. And I found this. Hey, cool. It's a, what is it? A hydro displacer. Great. I always wanted one of those, I guess.
Oh, there you go. Now you have one, Ratchet. Alright, let's see. Now, the path I took was for a gadget. This is also going to lead to a gadget, and that's for the next planet, so I like to save that for last. This is the longest path. This one's longer than the other 2 combined. And yeah, trust me, this cannon definitely comes in handy. It's funny enough, they actually brought this back for Up Your Arsenal. But considering that the weapons in Up Your Arsenal are really good, I don't tend to use this that much in my game. When I play those games, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, and all the other games, I will be getting all the weapons to max level. Now what the hell was that? That guy was just like floating in space. Let's see.
Need a little help with these enemies? Try a Gadgetron Taunter.
Hey, I forgot to mention, you get a new weapon on this planet, the Taunter. Which, oh shit. It has its uses, but there is a money glitch in this game, which I will show. In fact, I'll show pretty soon. In fact, very soon. It's on the next planet. Which, that's the main reason why I buy that weapon. I'm actually gonna buy it just so I can show you guys. Alright, so this one's a bit more challenging, but still, nothing to worry about. There we go. Now you shouldn't be blocking anything. There we go. So yeah, those start to definitely step up. You actually don't have to do this. You only did this for like more bolts, but more bolts and ammo and stuff. But as long as you keep the locks away from the light, you'll eventually end up solving it. And then again, you always want to count how many lasers there are, because some of them, they give you extra lasers, so don't think that all of them have to turn green. Just the receptors have to all turn green. Alright, some boxes to the side. And that just leads to a dead end. I was trying to avoid that, but that did not go as planned. So yeah, if you touch that gas, you're gonna take damage. And that was very quick. Alright. Yeah, slightly got it there, although that wasn't most amount of speed I think I could have got there. Look at that. They come and ambush you, so be wary of that. Now, as soon as you hit these, be ready to fight. Now, I think 2 hyper strikes kill them, but these enemies are kind of annoying. But they're kind of tricky to dodge, so you gotta like jump back, because you see that neck is crazy. That thing just extended. Oh yeah, and make note that you are gonna need 2,000 bolts for this area. Well, the end of this level, but even if you have like no bolts starting off, you should get 2,000 throughout this whole area. Now, this is the very first weapon that I get the gold upgrade. In fact, I usually end up doing that before New Game Plus. I'm actually going to show how you can access certain gold weapons before you even do the New Game Plus. The reason why I like doing it with this weapon first is because it's very cheap. You can actually absorb 10 things instead of 5. And well, those are the main reasons, honestly. All the other ones are pretty damn expensive for this point, so... Oh, you survived that? Can I separate you guys? Why do you guys... No, I guess not. Oh. So, one of the bolts is here. The other second gold bolt, you can't pick up until Ratchet joins, so I'm not gonna worry about that for now. It's actually in that space station area that we're at, so... This whole game is very nostalgic, but something about this level, maybe because it's so damn atmospheric, but this really takes me back to when I was a kid. There's a lot of enemies in here, but there we go. Another one of these sonic summoners. Alright, another gold bolt down. Another 30 something to go. Let's see. You can actually skip this entire circle thing, but I'm just gonna do it. What you can do is go here and then just time it very well and go all the way around. And that just missed. Look at that. See, snipe these guys from a distance. Oh, this doesn't really have much range. Now, pretty much every Ratchet after this has some sort of sniper weapon. It's funny, whenever I think of sniping, the first thing that comes to mind is Halo. Oh, the nostalgia with that game. That was my first multiplayer experience. Halo 3 on Xbox Live. Or Xbox 360 Live. Oh, those were the days. We can still play Halo 3 on well, it's been like a year or two since I played it, but on the Master Chief Collection. Now, there's actually a skill point, which I actually kind of like doing. You have to beat everything here with only using the wrench. You can't use your weapons. You don't have to do it. In fact, you don't really get nothing out of doing it, but it doesn't take long, and it's not difficult to do. And most bosses have a lot more health. This is the first boss, so Yeah, as long as you do this, you're not gonna get hit, so. A lot of these. They're still coming, damn. Some more bolts. Alright, where were we? As you can see, he's very, very easy to dodge. These guys, on the other hand, are a bit more difficult to dodge. But if you just remember what I told you, there we go. Oh shit, I got a little too close there. Try to do this without getting hit. Oh well. Damn. Now what the hell is this Ratchet made it of in this game? Or the wrench? Because it's not useful in all the other games. There's that skill point I was talking about. And yeah, this is the point where you're gonna need 2,000 bolts. I like that little like slide when you have like momentum. He was able to reach that enemy even though he was far away.
Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these at cost?
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount too.
So what was this before the discount?
Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
That was funny though. Talk about so you had a discount and Ratchet was like, saved his life and still charged us. But let's see. That's already 2 of the 3 paths, so only thing left now to do is get info bot to another planet. Now if you bought this back in the day, certain copies came with a poster, which is really nice. It was Ratchet on a grind rail on this planet. It's a shame I don't have that poster anymore, but well, I've had so many copies of the first 3 games, and now I still don't have them. Because I always buy them in like horrible condition, so they never last me long. But at some point, since I'm getting back into kind of collecting video games, and at this point I'm only really collecting games that, I'm not just collecting anything, I'm collecting games that I really like and want to actually play. So I'll end up getting it at some point. Alright, the end of this level has a fun little sequence. Yeah, I can't wait till I get this upgrade. This only being able to sub 5 enemies is very limited. 10 is much better. Alright, so there's actually 2 paths, but they both lead to the same spot, so... And they both contain enemies, so... I should have held on to some of those, but too late now. Now in Up Your Arsenal, you can actually absorb boxes and throw them at enemies, so it is an upgrade. Pretty much every weapon that wasn't in Up Your Arsenal that they brought back was actually upgraded very nicely. Alright, so if you're a little too close to that, you're gonna end up hitting that and not the enemy. This game series has like its own identity more than like any other video game series. It's absolutely crazy. So unique. The cutscenes are the first thing that
Thank you for selecting our automated self-destruct feature. Vessel annihilation.
Why the hell does this ship have a big red shiny button that blows up the whole ship? That's beyond me. But yeah, it's time to get the hell out of here. You do not want to be here when the time runs out. I'm not gonna waste my time fighting these guys. Oh damn, can't dodge nothing. There we go.
Just a reminder, This vessel will
But they give you plenty of time.
shortly, so you should leave. Now.
It's funny playing this and then playing something like Deadlock right after. You don't level up your weapons, then you could also all of a sudden level up to 99.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City.
We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances.
Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Did you see that?
Yes, I hope that poor woman is all right.
She's fine, I think. I was talking about the hoverboard races.
It's a funny little commercial. And that's an iconic character, that Darla Gratch. That's not the last time we'll see of her. Alright, so that pretty much sums up Blarg Station. Next is Blackwater, which is a pretty iconic planet. I look at Neptune in the background. I always found that pretty funny. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna sum it up for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna explore planet Rogar. Excuse me. Yeah, catch you guys on the next part. Peace.